Hi, I'm Joey Herrick, president and founder of Lucy Pet, and this is Lucy. And we're here to talk to you about something that's very exciting and also very, very important. And it's the new Lucy Pet Formulas for Life dog and cat food. Over the past several years, there's been tons and tons of nutritional research done on gut health. So you may have heard about it, but for people. But what we've also found out is that all those things for people about gut health, it all translates to dogs and cats. So not only is it good for us, but it's good for them too. We've been able to work with the leading expert in that field of gut health and digestibility and digestive health and also fiber. And he's been doing this for 40 years. And all his research and all his knowledge is going into the new Lucy Pet formulas. I'm so proud of it because it's going to make dogs and cats' lives so much better. But let me introduce you to him right now, Dr. George Fahey.
I've been conducting pet nutrition research at the University of Illinois for about 40 years now, and I've been involved in many facets of pet animal science during that time. I've spent a lot of those years working in the area of gut health of pets. And if I were to list our major discoveries, I would include the establishment of the optimal sources of fibers to feed to pets, establishment of the optimal concentrations in the diet matrix that the pet food contains. We did a lot of work looking at the role of prebiotics in companion animal nutrition. We also did a lot of work looking at the role of fermentation in the large bowel as it affects the nutritional status of the dog and the cat. And then we've formulated a lot of different diets over the years for various disease states, various therapeutic sort of diets for companion animals, to include those for gut health using various diet ingredients that are available around the world. Lucy Pet is an excellent, has an excellent variety of healthful natural ingredients that include dietary fibers, prebiotics, and resistant starches. And I'm really excited about the potential that we have to optimize not only gut health, but long-term health of the dog and the cat. Yes, all pet foods do contain fiber because many natural ingredients that make up the complete food contain a fiber component. But not all fibers are created equally. That's the main message here, because some are more healthful than others and some are more beneficial to the pet animal. Fibers can be either insoluble or soluble. They can be fermentable or non-fermentable. They can be viscous or non-viscous. So there are a lot of different types of fibers. They have a lot of different properties. Most prebiotics are fibers, but not all fibers are prebiotics. With Lucy's Formulas for Life, what we've attempted to do is to capture the best features of dietary fibers, prebiotics, resistant starches, so as to optimize both gut health and host animal health. Our fiber portfolio contains ingredients that are unique: flaxseed, chickpea, chicory root, pumpkin, miscanthus grass fibers, and others. These provide a very rich fiber profile that the gut microbiota can metabolize. We know that the gut microbiota are key to the health of the host. And the more diverse the fiber system that we use, the more diverse the gut microbiota. And we know also that microbial diversity in the gut is very much important to the overall health of that particular organ. Well, first of all, pet and human health are very closely aligned as regards digestive health. Second, digestive health is key to many other bodily processes in both the human and the pet. And third, the digestive system does so much more than simply process the food we eat or the food we feed to our pets. Let me cite a few examples. First of all, the gut is the largest immune organ of the body, and as such, it affects every aspect of animal metabolism. We use the word immunomodulation, and Lucy Prebiotic Balanced Fiber technology seeks to optimize this process. Another example, thousands of bacterial species occupy the gut. We don't even know all of them, but we know that there are unique ones that are there that have yet to be identified. Each has a unique role in the gut, some positive, some negative. Most of those bacteria are indeed in the large bowel, the colon, large bowel, lower gut of the animal. Again, Lucy Prebiotic Balanced Fiber is designed to optimize the good and diminish the bad bacteria. And third example is that even the brain is affected by the gut. There is something called the gut-brain axis, and even behavior and mood are affected by what goes on in the gut. With the pet, training and the ability of an older dog to maintain good cognition is part of that as well. Our fiber research is really the basis for Lucy's Formulas for Life Prebiotic Balanced Fiber technology. These formulas are designed to promote optimal gut health that includes immune status and the enrichment of a healthy gut microbial population. First of all, for a fiber to be classified as a prebiotic, it must not be digested in the stomach, it must not be digested in the small intestine, it must arrive at the large bowel where it can be either totally or partially fermentable, and it must change the gut microbiota to a more healthful population that might have an impact on host health. Examples include genera such as bifidobacteria, lactobacilli, Akkermansia, and Faecalibacterium. All of these are known to be good, healthful bacteria. Now this means that while most prebiotics are dietary fibers, not all dietary fibers are prebiotics. Our most common prebiotics include fructans like fructooligosaccharides, galactooligosaccharides, mannan oligosaccharides. These oligosaccharides seem to have the very strong prebiotic activity. Many natural fibers, such as those that we include in Lucy's formulas, also have prebiotic activity. A third category of prebiotics includes resistant starches. Most of the starch that's in our food is totally digestible, but there is a fraction that is not totally digestible. It ends up in the large bowel, and it acts as a prebiotic. It also acts to produce the very important short-chain fatty acid butyrate that we know is very important in health of the gut and health of the animal. Lucy's Formulas for Life contain a unique combination and concentration of all of these, the fibers, the resistant starches, and the prebiotics to optimize gut function. Well, there are many health benefits of prebiotic fibers, and I'll just name a few of these. Number one is the reduction in the prevalence and duration of infectious and antibiotic-associated diarrhea. This was the first area of research in prebiotics, and it showed that they were had a very positive effect on that outcome. Immunomodulation, which I mentioned previously, is impacted in a positive way by prebiotics. Reduction in inflammation. All disease states have an inflammatory component, and prebiotics serve to reduce inflammation and also symptoms associated with certain diseases of the large bowel, like inflammatory bowel disease. Another interesting attribute of prebiotics is their effect on bioavailability of minerals. Calcium and magnesium are positively impacted by the presence of prebiotics, meaning that they are absorbed more readily. And as a result, mineral balance of the animal is enhanced. And minerals are generally not very well absorbed, and we're always looking for agents that improve mineral absorption. And finally, promotion of satiety, and weight loss, to prevent obesity. Prebiotics seem to play a role there in that particular process. And this is a particularly important since today in the U.S., about 55% of our dogs and 60% of our cats are obese. So prebiotic technology is very important in helping them achieve a normal weight and return to a more healthful weight overall. A probiotic is very different from a prebiotic. First, in the animal nutrition field, probiotics are referred to as direct-fed microbials. That's the term used, not probiotic. In human nutrition, we talk about probiotics, but not so much in the animal field. The two mean the same, though. Second, probiotics are live microorganisms that are supplemented to the diet to assist in establishing a healthy microbial population. For them to act properly, they need to reach the large bowel. And that is no easy feat because they have to pass through the gastric compartment of the stomach, they have to pass through the small intestine, and most of them are destroyed as they go through those two particular organs. And that is why many of those probiotics that we hear about do not work, especially in the pet animal where most foods are heat processed during manufacture. Heat processing also serves to destroy probiotics. So probiotics, getting the probiotic organism to the large bowel is not an easy task. Third, the large bowel naturally contains many probiotic organisms, and these are good bacteria that aid in gut and host health. Indeed, the most effective probiotic supplements that we might take or that we might include in our foods, they've been isolated from the gut of the particular species to which it will be fed back. Finally, the easiest way to describe the difference between probiotic and prebiotic is this. Probiotics are live microbes that either live naturally in the gut or that have been isolated, cultured, and then supplemented to the food. Prebiotics are the food for the probiotic microbes. Well, the short answer is that many do not remain alive. Yes, there are a finite number that appear to be stable through the food manufacturing process, and they stay active for a reasonable period of time after the food is prepared. But the number of these is relatively small compared to the many that are on the market today. This is why in the Lucy formulas, we emphasize use of prebiotics instead of probiotics. We're certain that our prebiotic mixes arrive in the large bowel, and we have it on good scientific authority that they work in a manner that will aid both gut and host health. Remember the objective: maximize the number and functionality of the healthful bacteria in the large bowel of the pet, minimize the impact of the deleterious bacteria. If we're successful in doing this, then we can expect positive outcomes as regards both gut health and overall host animal health.